Hi, my name's Zach. I'm 20 years old from Las Vegas, Nevada. I first started using when I was 14 years old. I started smoking pot when I was a freshman in high school. Um, at that point, it was just like partying, just trying to have fun with my friends, trying to fit in. But then, um, when I became a sophomore in high school, I started dabbling with pills. I found a bunch of pills in my parents' medicine cabinet, and it wasn't like build up, like I took them every once in a while. Just from the jump, it just I took those first couple pills, and from then on, it was every day, all day, just draining their medicine cabinets. As soon as I couldn't find any more there, I'd go out and buy them, from people in school. Um, Throughout, before I turned 18, when I was still a kid, and it was really just getting in trouble with my parents here and there, getting in trouble at school for having cigarettes and weed. Um, but it got really bad when I graduated high school, and I got kicked out and had to move in with my girlfriend at the time. And at that point, I really didn't have anyone supervise me because her mom was never home. She had no dad, no siblings, and that's when I started smoking heroin. And it started off more recreational with smoking the heroin. I was doing other drugs, but it was just recreational with the heroin for a while. But then, probably about 6 months into that is when I picked up a needle, and that's when everything kind of crashed down. Because as soon as I picked up the needle with the heroin, I started off with methamphetamine, and that combination is what really messed me up, which really drug me all the way down to my bottom. I wasn't really homeless, really. I was here and there, getting kicked out of her house when her mom would find out and be on the streets for a couple days, but it was really just, my bottom was just really sitting in that house all day long, selling drugs out of the house to go get my stuff, and doing drugs all day long, staying up for weeks at a time. I got to a point where I was super skinny. I was a $140, and for my height and for my body type, that's ridiculous. I had cuts all over my face, pick marks all over my arms. My teeth started falling out from smoking meth. And at that point, the relationship I was in became really abusive on both sides, me to her and her to me. And it just felt like a never-ending cycle of just pain and suffering. I got, throughout that time we lived in there, it was about 2.5 years. And I've been to treatment detox over and over again. I went to treatment once, but got kicked out. But then November last year is when I finally had enough and called my parents, and they sent me out to Florida. I did a 7-day detox, 30-day treatment, and did IOP for about 4 months after that, and kept clean for almost 4.5 months. But I don't know, I got complacent. I wasn't working a program, didn't have a sponsor, didn't have sober support, and I ended up going out for 2 days. And even just in those 2 days, it got bad enough to where I had enough, and I put myself back in rehab for another 38 days. And ever since then, I got a sponsor, then I got sober support, I got connected. I bounced around to different cities in Florida, but created new sober supports and kept other sober supports in all those cities. And now I have 9 months clean. I got my identity back, and that person that I was before I started using is who I'm starting to feel like again. I'm starting to feel and think like that person I was before the drugs took a hold of my life.